Good morning, everyone. We're continuing here in the laws of KASHRUS of Rabbi Binyamin Forest. Two important halachas today. Din yodis hakli. What do we do about the handles of a vessel that's going into the mikveh? Gam yodis hakli tzrich liyitavel b'mayim. So too the handles must be immersed in the water. Utzrich liyos nikiyah mikol chatzitza. And they also must be clean from all chatzitzos, from any stickers and schmutz and glue and the like, or rust that is going to create a chatzitza, that's going to create a barrier between the water and the kli. It doesn't matter whether the handle is made out of a kind of material that requires tevila immersion mitzad atzma on its own, or maybe it's made out of a material that doesn't really require tevila on its own. Kagoin eitz or plastic, like wood or plastic. If you have a wood handle or plastic handle in a metal pot, since that it's connected to the pot, it's all considered to be one vessel. And if you would only toivel, you'd only put the pot, the metal part, into the mikveh and leave the handle out, then you're not immersing the entire kli. And therefore, no matter what material the handle is made out of, the whole thing has to go into the mikveh. And secondly, he writes, Tevilas kli amorkav mechalakim. What if you have a kli, you have a vessel that's made up of different pieces? How do you put that kli, that vessel, into the mikveh? Kli hamorkav mechalakim shonim. When you have a vessel that is made up of different parts, k'moy madchenes basar, like a meat grinder. If anybody still grinds their meat by hand at home, but it has different parts in there. It's got the blade, it has the bowl area that it sits in. It has different parts. It is good or even better to be toivel, to put into the mikveh when all the parts are together. When it's put together the way in which this particular vessel is going to be used, that is the best way, says Rav Forst, to be toivel it. Aval, however, nevertheless, you could still be toivel, you could still put into the mikveh when all of the parts are separate from each other. And he brings down the notes over here, it's so much so that once that you decide to separate one part from the whole kli, the whole vessel, you really have to then separate all of the parts at that time to toivel each one separately. But this is maybe not like everybody thought. Many of us think that when you have a kli that has different pieces, you specifically want to take it apart so that you can get the water onto every little piece and then immerse them separately. Here he's saying, no, really you should put it into the mikveh the way in which you would normally use it. That's with all the pieces together. If you want, you could separate it, but once that you separate, you have to make sure that you separate all of the pieces and you immerse them individually. Have a wonderful day.